myself. I hope you guys are good and welcome back to another video. We are in the Kia Sportage EX, and as you know, I'm going to show you every single thing about it. But yeah, a bit of mixed feelings, but we'll get into it, so stay tuned. And there you have the Kia Sportage, which is an absolutely stunning vehicle. I think it's so beautiful. Look at that front, that imposing front that looks super futuristic. Looks like something from 2095 actually, because it is stunning. You have this honeycomb-esque grille and the new Kia badge over there and these cool boomerang headlamps. The car just locked itself because it notices that I'm around. So yeah, there is the front of the Sportage, and that is the rear of the Kia Sportage, which I think looks absolutely cool. Also, you have like a faux fin going on just as you ascend to the badge of the Kia, and you have a chrome plate at the bottom there by the lower bumper just over there, which I think is really cool. So that's the rear. It locks itself after a while, which I feel like is a very cool feature. Let me show you guys this. And here is the interior of the Kia Sportage. So you have that large curved display that also goes all the way here. I'm just gonna lift my foot off the brake so I can show you. So now the car is on, and this is your center console with the piano black, right? Which is also a bit annoying because of the scratches and the dust. You know, this lever from 1973, I don't know. I'm kidding. But it's a bit dated, but I actually like it as opposed to the swivel knob in the GT line or in the Sorento. So I prefer doing this and stuff like that. And then you have your USB ports in the front. You have none at the back, which is quite disappointing actually. For this amount of money, I actually would have expected to have some ports. This is actually the coolest feature for me because you can toggle between the aircon and the infotainment system. Just a flick of a button. So I find that cool. I do like the infotainment system, but there were times where it glitches. And I'm only mentioning this because this happened to me in the Sorento and the Sonnet, where literally the sound would cut when you're putting on navigation and it only plays with the back speakers. You'll have to literally stop, turn off the car for a bit, reboot it. So I think it's a software malfunction. So yeah, that was a bit of a turn off for me, or a bit of a point knocker. But other than that, I really do like the fact that they have function buttons, a multifunction steering wheel, and you know, beautiful upholstery in the interior. A problem that I have is the side bins. They are way too narrow, guys. If I can just show you on my side, all my things are cramped. It's so tiny, like hoying things. I like throwing things on the side, like it's just my purse and my other phone that, like, it's cramped. Borex. Anyway, that's the car. That is the interior. Beautiful cloth leather mixture going on. So yeah, beautiful vehicle. So the Sportage is powered by a 1.6 liter turbo petrol engine that produces 132 kilowatts and 265 newton meters. The engine and the drive is okay, but I feel like the 7-speed DCT doesn't know what to do. You know, when you put your foot down, go, babes. I'm a 7. There's like, it feels misaligned, and when you go into sport mode, that's when it works properly. Like, that's when it works seamlessly. But then I can't now always be in sport mode because then I'm compromising my fuel economy, because then it's gonna go up once I like. So I really do think that this gearbox does need a bit of work. I mean, yeah, the engine is okay, it's great, it's nice, but yeah, when you put your foot down, try to get some momentum, makes a lot of noise, makes the car sound like it's a bit strained. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's literally the one thing. I think that's my only quarrel with it. I think the gearbox could be significantly better. But other than that, I think it's a very beautiful car. It's striking, it's stunning. I think that boomerang headlamp, that boomerang LED, it could have been the indicator light. They would have given it that thing, bruh. Like, no car with a boomerang and when no indicator right. And then you left. I guess like, it would be so beautiful. It would have been so cool. But alas, I mean, we don't know what Kia was thinking. But still, I mean, beautiful cabin, beautiful exterior, very striking, very a lot of lines across the range, you know, like it's beautiful, it's sporty, it's Sportage, it's Sportage, it's sporty, Sportage, Sportage, like it's sporty, bro, you know, like this need the sporty, this dynamic, this lekker, this mooi, where, yeah. yeah. In terms of pricing, the EX model that I have right now is second from the base spec. So you have a base spec, which is the LX. This one is the EX, priced from 608,000 Rand 995. And then you have three other trims. You have a GT line, you have a GT line S, and a GT line Plus, which I think is a bit futile for me personally. They explained to us why it's there, yes, to give customers more options, but I feel like Kia's inundating us with spec, you know? I mean, I think the top spec probably has cooled seats or something, like the extras that you don't really need, you know? The EX, I think, is where the money resides. I mean, if you have, let's just play around 650,000 Rand, this is probably the guy for you. You know, the EX is all you need. You have heated seats, you have a decent sound system. Yes, you don't have a black roof lining, which I would love, but you have a decent sound system. You do have the digital display, you have that large infotainment, you have electric seats, you have a whole lot of things. So I don't think that it's something to be upset about or something that we'll be like, oh, can faff around about. But I think if I were you, I would buy the EX. But I don't know if as a package, personally, I'd buy the Sportage. I think I would go to a Qashqai, you know, the Accenta Plus, which is 670,000 Rand. Although I'm missing out on a lot on the Qashqai. I mean, I don't have keyless entry, I don't have a sunroof. The boot space is a bit smaller from what I remember in the Qashqai. It looked a bit smaller. And there's no electric tailgate there, so there's a lot I'm missing out on. But the Qashqai for me compared to this drove a bit better. And yes, you guys know I'm big on driving experience. I really want a car that I can drive every day and I'm happy with the drive, you know. So I think I'd take my money to a Qashqai, but I wouldn't write this one off. When I got it on test, initially I was like, alright guys, now I'm going for a Mazda CX-5. Then I saw the pricing of the CX-5 and I didn't get it. Literally, I think you'll need for a CX-5, for you to get a proper CX-5 that you'll enjoy, which is the diesel Akira, you need about 750,000 Rand, which is 100k more than this. So I think between this and Kashi, it's all up to you. I personally would say the Kashi, but this is actually not bad. I can't take anything away from it. It's really good, it's nice, it's practical, it's beautiful. I've enjoyed my time with it, but I'm not connecting with it the way I thought I would, you know. Yeah, that's yeah, I think, yeah. But if you're looking for a Sportage, believe me, if you're looking for a Sportage and you're going to buy one, look at the EX and the GT line, play around there. Those two specs are perfect. GT line Plus and S and GT line Club Sport, GT line AMG, whatever, like all those fancy trims, all those fancy trims are not necessary. Kia, what I commend them on is that they've literally hoyed this car with a lot of spec. So the EX is all you need. Even this color, this green, is beautiful. So yeah, I think my reviews are getting shorter and shorter because I'm just like, guys, it's either the car's good or bad, you know. So full verdict, honestly, I personally would say Nissan Qashqai. But if I'm looking for a Sportage, take the EX, you know. Yes, you'll be a bit frustrated with the drive, with the gear changes, but it's not something that you can be like, look, this is a horrible car. You can't write it off because of that. It's actually not as bad. So I'm trying to get into this lane because I need to off-ramp onto somewhere. And as you know, Pretoria and Johannesburg people will never let you in. I don't know why litimana kaditsila, like lomzila wethu sonke. Why ningishana ngemzila kaditsila, like litimana kaditsila. Like you indicate a million and motor just accelerate. Abare booking hore heke indicate the kopelong kireletsile. Anyway, like I said, you won't be too frustrated with the gearbox. You won't be, but now for me personally, I was a bit annoyed by it. Sound system is also okay. Ergonomically, it's okay. Comfort levels, number one. Beautifully, like it's flippin' comfortable. Very, very comfortable. So Sportage is a bit of a winner. It's neck and neck with the Qashqai actually. Each one has its fair share of pros and cons. But in this instance, I think I'd bump the cheese up and say Nissan Qashqai Accenta Plus. I think it's an Accenta Plus. Yeah, Accenta Plus. I think that's the one I'd get. So yeah, if you want the Qashqai, go for it. And take the EX. That's it from me for this week. Feels so good to be back in a combustion vehicle after being in electric cars for so long. Guys, I'm even, the way I'm so fixated on electric cars, So I'm low on fuel, and I just remembered you are not charging here, my sister. You have to go to a petrol station and spend your money. So yeah, it's times like this when you miss that card, that electric car card that it came with. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, Sportage, probably, let's say, full verdict, I can say solid 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. Mare Pasi is a great distinction as my daughter's score. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.